there's no laws, then I did it for a long time. If you don't like me, take a ticket, there's a long line. Nice to meet me, I think the pleasure's all mine. They've been clocking me so long, I think they lost time. Ooh, you lost, what you mean? Woo! What you mean? Woo! And now I don't trust the so what you mean? Woo! Hold up, whoa, what you mean? Woo! Hold up now. Don't know what you think, compare me to. Adrenaline popping, the blood will be leaking and running. Yeah. I do what I do, I don't care if you like it or love it. Tell all of my I got a new girl. Wait. You tell the that I'm the bank and I want all my money in hundreds. I'm tired of living on the edge.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's the Raiders going up against the Broncos.
Larry, we are at the foot of the Rockies as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the picturesque city of Denver, Colorado. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down throw for Kessler. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, trying to start it out with a bang. But it's second down. They fake the handoff. Now Kessler into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
The slot man in motion right. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Let's go! 3-19! Leopard! Watching that, Marty!
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
A first down carry by Elliott. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Let's go.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is, finish this drive off, because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
They'll try again with Elliott. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ezekiel Elliott, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Let's go. Green, 30.
On 2nd down, Kessler. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by David Amerson. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The give is to Elliott. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now Elliott. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his second first-quarter touchdown there. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Offense looks to punch it in here from the... And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On second down, here's Fournette. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground at the 36. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. So it'll be first down here after the run.
Here we go. Green, 39.
From the gun, it's Kessler. And the Raiders have got him. Jarrad Davis not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. So the D-line's going to spread out. On second down, here's Kessler. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. They stare up now at a 3rd and long. Kessler and company needing something big after the sack. From the shotgun, Kessler. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Pulled in at the 24. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. Now Trubisky lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. 2nd down here. Now it's Trubisky. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he's got room. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a 1st down. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. They give to Elliott. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Justin Ellis able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Now it's Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
And not great starting field position here for the offense.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
After the interception, here's Kessler. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
To the air on 2nd down. It's Kessler. And it's a fumble. And that will set him up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
After that play, I think we know one quarterback will be extremely happy if his defense can hold the opposing team to a field goal here.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ezekiel Elliott on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And it is now 21-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Tajay Sharp, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. The gun, Kessler. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
On the counter, Elliott. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Drops it underneath. Elliott. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now Kessler on 2nd down. Throw left side complete to Sharp. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. First down, Kessler. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept him on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. A quick hitter complete. It's Montgomery. And he gets it down to the 32. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Play action. Kessler forced out to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Noah Spence able to get outside the numbers and drop him for a loss of a yard. And this one is right down the middle. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. But they find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. I'm ready now for 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Trubisky. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now it's Peterson. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down. Here's Kessler to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
Let's go! Good!
2nd and 10 now. Kessler once more. Now he's forced out left. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Tressway now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
They go play action here on 1st down. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. Allen Robinson, kiss him goodbye. Past the 20, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the 1st half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we send you on down to our studios in Orlando, where standing by is Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Here's Trubisky to throw. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now Elliott. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Ezekiel Elliott, 61 yards. And the silver and black continue to roll. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right. Here we go now.
On play action, it's Kessler. He's going to go for a big play. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Von Bell. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now let's go.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Elliott now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Here we go now.
Here's a give to Fournette. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Over! Detroit! Here we go.
They'll go with a big back Fournette. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go now.
And now they'll throw it with Kessler. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. And now a first down following that long gain.
Hurry up, here we go.
From the gun, it's Kessler. And now here is another interception. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. Room here to run. 20. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
A handoff to Fournette. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The Broncos on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Hurry up, here we go.
Fournette running right. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Here we go with 2nd and 7.
Chinese Ringo. Chinese on the Ringo. Chinese on the Ringo. Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Man left, man left. Now let's go.
They'll toss it to Fournette. They find some open field here. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
You know what's really hard for a big-time running back? Is patience. Being able to hang in there when the runs aren't there, when you're taking some hits early in the game. But this drive, oh, he's come alive and in a big way. Now he's starting to gallop.
Hurry up, here we go.
The pitch to Fournette. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
Buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And now it's Kessler. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll go down at the 28. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Throwing is Kessler on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. Over.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Now Leonard Fournette. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
On second down, Perkins. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Kessler. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Now let's go. Green, back down in that Philly. Here we go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Duke Riley coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5. The play clock's running down.
Now let's go. Green.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. On second down, here's Trubisky. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Henry. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Here we go now. 3-19.
The tight end Henry here in motion. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. The guilty party chants Warmack, the guard out of Alabama.
Let's go. Blue Lightning. Blue
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. After the penalty, it's Elliott. So he got free at one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They'll run with Elliott, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Nice job there defensively on third down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
Trubisky now to throw on third down. And it's complete. Henry. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
A first down carry by Elliott. And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Raiders, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.
Too broke to pay attention. Man. Yeah. Man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. I'm like, man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. The game is friendless, the pain is endless. The game changed, I blame these lame pretenders. My friends in Benzes, parked at the entrance. Inside, you still hear the engine. Like, rin, this is your ending. If you're offended, I dare you defend it. This rushing through my blood like the Kremlin. I'm back with a vengeance, and this is what the sound of revenge is. Win-win, man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. I'm like, man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. Where I come from, you can't visit. I talk money, I guess you understand different. Hand gestures counting till my hands blister. You can't miss us louder than Fran Drescher. Pinky rings, hand kisses, soprano. I feel like Paulie Castellano in designer stitches. I heard him say I made Rihanna. Mind your business, what kind of honor is this? I'm trying to see Madonna, all kind of riches. In Miami, dining with the finest. Everybody acting kind of vicious. These politicians won't let my brother visit. I'm like, man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. I'm like, man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. He's a fake baller, globe trotter, bank account $4. No comma, I know you wanna pop collars. I know you wanna pop collar. Top dollar, pull up in that top dollar. Yeah. She got that top dollar. Yeah.